不是斜一边啊，这样，这样，好。因为我跟你说，啊，不报道。一两交对不对？对，一两交再放你一下，你两知道。
声音就现场的声音。
你的理由是放这边吗？
这个有美工妈妈就可以。
你要全部吃掉吗？
怎么了？很少水。泡过来了。啊，不然就直接挂了。它这个板子会有一点，
可以啊，
还要小心，对对，
他们从左右上，
对，不要整摔死。
那下午再麻烦你了。
好，那下午应该是我们这两个。
好，我跟他说。
OK。
稍微好像有点变形。
地址有给，地址有给。
还没，可能我等下回去问公司的。你说这个吧，圣诞树嘛，对啊，而且我们刚才问到。
我告诉你，圣诞树就这一条路上去就到。文化跟民生。
那他这个要不要？
太久了。
他这要不要留？他如果他们要这个礼盒就是没钱。
OK。反正要留就是圣诞树跟那个礼物盒这样。OK。
哦，这个
好。
可以做吗？哦，你要换手机，那我等一下也改一下。因为我的笔赖我把它改成那个。
一个怕大家找不到我，然后就直接留在那里。
这样可以吗？这样子。
对，我连水。
可以啊，这样可以啊。
对，
现在可以吗？
电池我给他吗？
这边电池。
OK。
电池。
那个电池对称，应该是蛮久。
有带啊。
哎，这麻辣出来了。
个人。
哪个？
对。
太棒了。这个树蛮厉害的。那我们先走了，谢谢，拜拜。
Elsa，你那个礼物盒你要放回去吗？
是我吗？哪有？
礼物盒要放回去吗？
题目先放。
不是，他说礼物盒你们要设场的时候一起吗？
要礼物盒。也不错啊，这个大小挺好的。
那我
先设定。你们先。
谢谢，是吧？不好意思。没有，不会，我们刚好他们公司去了。我跟你讲，你说你那边音控，OK 好。 这个是
我说他们
没有。
像我们这一家，它整个空起来的那个。
然后我等下会跟你说一下，这个怎么样才因为他身上这个时候不希望，
比较好看。要剪刀子吗？
对，那个是这样子。
给我一下。留下来。
大大。
哎，对哦，没关系的，
没关系，我们都很喜欢大大。
不要想那么多。
大大雨伞，
我可以6.3。
会不会掉下来呀？他挺累，他到一半会。
你们等一下我就看毛发，他们剪的。对啊，他会有剪。
不会啦，这个要。不然就我们用胶带这个粘的住吗？
这不用拉过去，你直接按播放，直接按播放就可以了。好，一定要那个。
啊？
很好，
怎么样？
很好啊，很好，很好。
这个是你捐的吗？
不是，要可以放那边，对。对啊，那边是会不会在？那个捐赠啊，不行，打赏的，就是给小的。我们不是，对不对？大家各方面都很怕。
还是你给我档案，我不用再多准备。
他那边
我有准备，
你给我纯音乐档案。
部门他是写不到。
对，就不用再多准备台电脑，但是我送给你，我还一样。
所以他不是说。
OK，不用这个电脑。
你没有被排挤啊？你们没有一定小朋友，还是下次小粉丝啊？你们是小粉丝。哦。
对，麻烦一下。然后再往这个
下，因为那个台风那个效果说不要冷好玩。
哦，可以啊，可以啊。在你的位置2张，可以。
太贵，不会啊，
可以啊，可以啊，可以。开点后3秒钟。开关下面。
所以让他们做进去。
可以，可以。
喂 ，test，test，
就是我们那个 HR 那种规定要保守，不能吧？因为他要配对。那不是说随机，然后这边的会做下去吗？没有，我就觉得他就是高。圣诞帽。
圣诞帽。
哎，好，那就在你来。
等一下给你麻吗？
好，5点钟左右。哦，我一定是吧？咖啡也只有。可以呀。所以要拉开，就拉开。
要拉了。
要。
对，
会看。
后面呢？后面它有一些。
乱乱的。好，那边那个。
就是说，现在价值吧。
12月。给我们特别。我让拿过来。
对，现在就拍一些空景哦。
OK。
我的箱子在哪里？这边啊。
这一点不行。
麦克风也拿过来。先拿10点吧。
那个笔电它可以直接收档案。什么？什么？没有。
你觉得要放前面还是要放这边？后来就放前面。
对啊，因为离会远。
你不要往前搬啊！
就不要前面。
没有，现场只有害怕。昨天我已经请他们撤掉。
上面是大头，从正式开始。会用到这个。OK， 很好的时候我们就可以给他们讲。但是如果你要整张都必须要，如果正式开始，因为
1个月还好啦。就在讲就是有跟我说，已经设计成
再多画作的时候，我们会放咖啡厅。
对啊，
这个地毯应该会撤吧？所以他到时候会撤。
直接讲话就有声音。我目前音量都调好，如果有需要微调音量。
对，然后下面要2只。
我这里有相对应的黑色、橘色、蓝色。他如果讲话比较小，你再往上，不用微调就好，诱音调到一定的音量，所以微调就好。
4只。我等下去准备啊。4只准备。上面2位。
他的电量。对啊。我还有北戴要到那个，那跟我们气质贴吧的。欢迎爱 对，他们后来有想到就是很厉害的成绩，现在考到的
跟你不会再回回来。
不会，下午就我等一下，西楚那边重机那边，我跟你厂家有点他过去先把那个资金的确认。因为下次晚上要去那个防护员那边去六日要去运动一下。不会。现在是不是你不用太先发，因为也无法下去。可是我觉得
刚你就发觉他做的非常的扯，因为只有一边做下去，非常扯，还吵一脚，因为
我想应该记得吃。
叶鼎，你那边好了吗？
我好了，我直播已经开出去了。
啊？
直播已经开，他们都测试完了。我觉得
今天有什么要切换吗？
这么蛮像是几年前，如果现在的医疗希望更高的人进去，我一直家人希望说我就是按摩考过之后就赶快出来工作，希望我人生以后可以多才多姿，我也不希望我的视力去导致我无法达成这个愿望。
因为我现在在自立生活，所以我要去便利超商打工来赚取我的学费及生活费。柯南它其实是来自一家很是我们的孩子，是我们族的11少女之一。
我一开始只单纯的喜欢研究3C 产品，他们都会来找我询问一些电脑方面的问题，也尝试着写一些简单的程式。所以我希望我以后创造出一些完善的 app， 让他们使用这些程式。在跟人互动的时候，就是他们都比较能听得进我说的话，给的意见他们都能接纳。
他的个性是很体贴的，而且他观察比较入微。
但我现在有了目标，我希望能用我这个经历去帮助更多的人能够站起来。
他是一个想要用自己过去的生命故事跟生命经验，当自己有能力的时候，他想要回馈给更多的孩子。
然后朝向资讯工程这个科系去走，希望可以补强我的数学还有英文，所以我希望能一个一个教学，然后把这个落后的距离弥补回来。
大学就读东湖的体育的学校，为了去读书，社工就是帮我付了第1学期的学费。因为我读体育系啊，应该要继续往专业专攻，然后有更好的工作机会及稳定的生活，所以我选择继续读研究所。
可以。
哦，嘿，刚刚你们的饭是在？对，你们是那个12点半的12时对。我忘了，好像是从。
我刚第一个好像有事。哇， 这个画作挺好。
要提案哦，只有第一档会而已。
对。Jenny， 可以麻烦你。
可以啊。
我要 Anthony。好。
我有没有看吗？好变，太变，来走。要骗我们，不要上台啊！啊，我们上台。
对啊，你就先。
这两个人会，他们一定是在这边啊，在这边啊，在这里。这边啊，那这边。
左边，
左边，那边，那边。
这边吗？
哎呀，喂，陈米呀，替身，哎对对，左手边，叠左手边，606206。礼拜天的上海。嘿，那个。
等一下搬的时候谁搬什么？
我们可能会跟在旁边啊，先上东西去啊。我觉得剩下人走一下看看，因为2位到时候主持人要请他们上网，让摄像头把这个东西可以往上走。
你就现场，那你们那边会来你也要在，他不要切的。
对，那谁来跟他们？
你要等他一个。是经验的。
那边都不要。
不是经验的。
你们都不是嘛，对不对？
等一下我就把。
来吃饭的。不知道你来干嘛？就在没有。高台怎么那么高？没办法，我没有这种案子。温泉就没了，没有钱就没有了，就是没有。
点的。是的，今天啊，你住在贝多芬，你有电脑？贝多芬便宜的有，早餐宵夜都有。对呀，多少钱？1000块，超便宜。可以好不好？它火车站后站，而且还有停车场，重点还有停车场。哦，那公园区附近有一间那个，
没有那个要
汽车旅馆。
这是加拿大吗？不是吧？对吧？
然后声音有吗？
万一的时候，好，那我们最后最后车啊。
等一下，
好，
没有声音进来。
有吗？这个音乐
你有送了吗？
我送了。
啊嘛，
好，大家，那我们现在就请 Anderson 直接开场，然后请两位长官，对，注意一下，我们的活动要开始了。好，
进来的时候我要欢迎他吗？应该要，还是大家就会自动拍手？还是我应该说 Let's welcome, let's give a big applause to Group CFO 这样。好。Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big applause to welcome Group CFO Andy Hofford。然后大家就会拍手。对，那个 Vivian 会带他们进。
不好意思 ，Hello。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2019 Standard Chartered Employee Townhall. I'm Anderson. It's my pleasure to be the MC of the event. Today, we are honored to have Andy Hofford, Group CFO, and Anthony Lin, CEO of Taiwan, with us. Besides the 200 colleagues here in person, our colleagues at other locations around Taiwan also join us via the live video. Everybody, please turn around and say hello to them. Hello! Without further ado, let's welcome Anthony Lin, CEO of Taiwan, to give a speech. Thank you.
你那边是可以调电的吗？那有点棒，帮我说一下。
大家好，我们积极的员工，好讲啊。
对，我会说 Let's welcome Anthony Lin, CEO of Taiwan. 对，其实他在走就可以先下一步。哦，先让他先拍照。OK。好，我觉得再一次好。OK， 我直接从那个 say hello 那边。Okay, everybody, please turn around. Let's say hello to our colleagues. 3, 2, 1. Hello. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Anthony Lin, CEO of Taiwan, to give a few words. Thank you. 这个大家，很高兴来到这里，也谢谢 Andy Hofer 这么长的飞行来到了这边，那我们也很开心。首先的都是 对，他的降下来就先投这个，然后他如果转过来看荧幕的时候再切。
那我们可能没有高一点。
它通常不会站正中间。
都买这。
刚好今天都没有东西可以播，没有。
哦，安全画面是最前面，我们直接从这开始。那个比较还好。这我应该。它可以全荧幕吗？还是它是长这样？好，下一页。
大概非常优秀。
Thank you, Anthony, for the sharing with us our profitable growth story. Thank you, Anthony, for sharing with us our profitable growth story in the past few years, and also looking forward our development strategy for the future and for 2020. Now, please give warm applause to welcome Group CFO Andy Hofford. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andy, for your sharing your thoughts, your insights, and advice. Now, 他不能下台。等一下哦。OK， 你现在讲完了。好。讲完了。台湾东西实在太好吃了。OK, thank you, Andy, for your sharing. Please remain on the stage. Now, may I invite Anthony to the stage and have a seat for the Q&A session. 麻烦公。OK， 这时候我应该是，因为他是送出去了，我知道。
没关系，那你送给我，那你刚刚那一个再给我多大概3比1，好不好？公投就是。
那我们要做下。他们来。
Please have your seat, Andy and Anthony. We now open the floor to questions. Please raise your hand if you have any question to Andy and Anthony. Please don't hesitate to raise your hand. Thank you. Here we got a question there. 然后就有人拿过去，然后发问，然后这边上面要有2只麦。OK， 回答。Is there any questions? 然后会有另外的人。OK， 然后回答，结束。We got a question from the offline. It's a question from digital telemarketing team. 林永泉 Mr. 林永泉 His question is, we have seen rising risk brought about by trade moratorium, which concerns not only risk management, but also our core business of matching funds with investment opportunities. So the question is, how digital technology such as AI can help our bank to capture and optimize the benefit for the bank and also for our clients as well. Thank you. 然后结束。We can have one more last question. 然后最后一个问题结束。Thank you all for your questions, and also thank Andy and Anthony for your sharing. Please return to your seat. Thank you. In 2019, Standard Chartered launched a new community program, Future Makers, empower our next generation to learn, earn, and grow. In Taiwan, we echo this initiative and partner with NGOs to identify disadvantaged youth in our community and provide them with necessary support and help. Now, please join me to watch the video and find out their stories. 我们现在邀请大家一起欣赏我们 Future Makers 的影片。那它是对于一个，然后就开始，可能如果太赶，我就会讲。
我的梦想是成为一名电脑工程师。
我的梦想是成为一名心理咨商师。
我的梦想是成为一名体育人。
跟妈妈下车的时候跟我说，如果现在的医疗可以的话，希望能把我的眼睛给我第一次看他。
家人希望说我就是考过之后就赶快出来工作，希望我人生以后可以多才多姿。我也不希望我的视力去导致我没办法达成这个愿望。
因为我现在在自立生活，所以我要去便利超商打工来赚取我的学费及生活费。
柯南他其实是来自家庭式功能的孩子，是我们服务的11少女之一。
我一开始只是单纯的喜欢研究3C 产品，他们都会来找我询问一些电脑方面的问题，也尝试着写一些简单的程式。所以我希望我以后创造出一些完善的 App， 让他们能使用这些程式。
在跟人互动的时候，其实他们都比较能听得进我说的话，给的意见他们都能接纳。
他的个性是很体贴的，而且他观察比较入微。
但我现在有了目标，我希望能用我这个经历去帮助更多的人能够站起来。
他是一个想要用自己过去的生命故事跟生命经验，当自己有能力的时候，他想要回馈给更多的孩子。
想要朝向资讯工程这个科系去走，希望可以补强我的数学还有英文，
所以我希望能1对1的教学，让我把这个落后的距离弥补回来。
大学就读高雄的体育的学校，为了要去读书，社工就是帮我付了第1学期的学费。因为我读体育系了，应该要继续往专业专攻，然后有更好的工作机会及稳定的生活，所以我选择继续读研究所。
Thank you. After these warm and touching stories, let's welcome Anthony to share more stories about Future Maker. Future Makers. Makers.
这是我们陈汉他画的作品，他画每一幅画每一个笔触呢，他需要用一幅画大概需要3个月到半年的时间，因为他每画几笔他就必须休息一下。那人体是一个多重功能障碍的孩子，是吗？我也不知道。然后我们这次呢，在2020年的年历上面呢，有充满着非常多幅
陈汉的画作，然后希望可以跟各地一起响应我们的 Townmakers。要等到音乐结束才能讲完。我讲完了。这题怎么办？我自己呢有准备一个礼物，要一个富有 Future Makers 意义的礼物要送给 Andy 对吗？要送给 Andy， 可是 Andy 在台下Hi Andy, would you come to the stage? Merry Christmas 。我要拍照。他先给我的。
来，摄影师，好，Andy and Anthony, could you please take your exchange gift, and we're going to take a photos together. Thank you. 然后，好，结束了。没有要拍照？所以我应该先讲，请他们回下去，还是先讲？因为我怕他们在。OK， 所以他们在上面拍完照结束，我就说 ，Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a group photos together. Andy and Anthony, please walk down to the stage and let's take group photos. Enjoy everyone. OK， 好。所以他们在台上，然后你帮他们两个exchange拍照结束之后，我会说 ，Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a group photo together。然后我会请他们两个下台，然后他们两个下台之后，你再上台从上面拍。那如果不够高，是不是你可以先试？试过 OK 吗？因为有时候这个应该还好，之前的会太宽。Thank Andy and Anthony.
对啊。
麦克风测试1、2、2，麦克风测试1、2，1、2、3，1、2、3。嘿嘿嘿嘿。
正式的时候全亮，到进场的时候大亮。可以帮我，可以帮我讲话吗？
麦克风测试1、2。
OK，
两边都好，那边好，上网络都 OK， 你这边都 OK 好。
你的主机在哪边？网络，因为它顶多讯号不接。
因为我这有2台，一台在外面，一台在里面，但我一直抓不到里面那台。
那现在这个是外面的，
对。考一下，反正就是这台电脑要网络。我现在可以把门关起来试了。
你们会把那个遮起来吗？
回家把窗帘关起来，你帮我看一下。然后我有多准备4支麦。
好，所以现在总共现场
4支。
总知道要签了吗？
对，另外3支他都知道。
因为网络会断掉。
这么差？
黄色。
我签不全部。
班比上啊，你最近好像有变比较瘦哦，
瘦很多好不好？妈，现在又胖了吗？那个检讨还没啊？对啊，那有空啊？这个我们要加工，重练。训练啊，前方的问题啊，然后晚上去了，就商业比赛啊，慢慢练。现在
商业的有时候没办法。对啊，因为要改啊，对，而且又要学
下来啊，不用关了。那个外面是便当后面，便当后面。
超痛苦的。
不是我，
我说
他说我
雨鞋，
他说我干嘛？我又不是客服，在那边干嘛？术业有专攻，你不知道吗？
会发音的，要一点经验。
你不用做那个，少骗我。人家跟你说你在做，你不要骗我。
还有，他过来对啊，今天场内就这种快。我还不多多太切水果哎。对啊。
找一张。啊，你跟我班，我说我20张，你们说18张，因为他一排9拿1块钱。
然后要经过我跑一张椅子。
还有我班给20。
哎，要坐后面吗？感觉你们要拉前面吗？
这一排吗？还是这一排？
是这一排。没有，我还没拉，就开车，还有个。放开呗。
在这里。对。
对面，你坐嘞。我觉得还好，因为现在想办法，到时候就说，先跑，我完了。 之前我们拍照的时候，因为也是会有中间的走道，那大家是坐在位置上，然后中间这一条是怎么样解决的？就是说可以麻烦大家往中间靠其中一下，那最中间的人可以对旁边的人可以到中间来这样子，对。
麻烦左右后侧的人可以往中间那边。这边可能吧。
后面的就是后面的同事，就是说在后面看清楚，你们可以到前面来，往中间这个走道前面走出来。对对对。对对对。好，最后一排的同事。没问题，我们也会，你们会在点被 DQ 下来，然后我们会在旁边，我们会在旁边后面去请他们往前面来，这样子，我就邀请他们往前面来。对对对。
有我知道了。
会邀请。
大环是不是有客人？
团员，我好奇，这饮料不是热红酒吗？我们会热它吗？就是它没有酒就对了。
没有酒是吧？
我们现在位于经验1楼会馆，那面对，请各位留意两侧的逃生门及逃生路线。我先讲说 ，Ladies and gentlemen, the call is going to start in 5 minutes. 请大家看一下投影幕上，我们现在位于经验会馆的1楼。那提醒各位留意前方、左方、前方跟后方。请各位留意，面对舞台，逃生门位于您的左方以及您的后方。请各位将您的手机调整至震动模式或关机，谢谢。OK， 5分钟。这时候是你要开的吗？对，因为他们也不叫外卖。Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The Townhall is going to start in 5 minutes. Please take your seats. Thank you. Please be reminded to turn off your cell phones or put it on vibrate mode. 请各位将您的手机关机或调整至震动模式，谢谢。请各位留意一下紧急的逃生出口。面对舞台，您的逃生出口位于您的左侧以及您的后侧，上方都会有绿色的牌子来做指引，谢谢。要进行。Let's welcome Group CFO Andy Hofford. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2019 Standard Chartered Employee Town Hall. I'm Anderson. It's my pleasure to be the MC for the event. Today, we are honored to have Andy, Group CFO, and Anthony, CEO of Taiwan Standard Chartered, with us today. Besides 200 colleagues here in person, our colleagues at other locations around Taiwan also join us via the live video. Let's turn around to say hello to them. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Without further ado, let's welcome Anthony to give us. Without further ado, let's give Anthony Lin, CEO of Standard Chartered Taiwan, to say a few words. Now, without further ado. 结束，然后我们要没有。好，所以我再欢迎他一起进场一次。对，我会讲一段场面话。之后我会请你跟后面 say hi。 是跟那个直播，然后 say 完 hi 之后，我才会邀请总经理上，然后那个时候再见。Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2019 Standard Chartered Employee Town Hall. It's my pleasure to be the MC for the event. Today, we are honored to have Andy Hofford, Group CFO, and Anthony Lin, Taiwan CEO, with us today. Besides the 200 colleagues here in person, other colleagues at other locations around Taiwan also join us. 2, 3. Hello. Without further ado, let's welcome Anthony, CEO of Standard Chartered Taiwan, to give a few words. Thank you. 然后他就会上台。Thank you, Anthony, for your words. How can we do to develop strategy? I'm glad to meet you, Taiwan. 好，结束。Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andy, for your sharing with us your thoughts, insights, and advice. Please remain on the stage. Now, may I invite Anthony Lin to the stage and take the seat for the Q&A session. Thank you. Now we have a question submitted from offline. It's Mr. Lin Yongquan from the telemarketing team. His question is about the digital strategy. The question is, we have seen rising risk brought about trade war turmoil, which concerns not only risk management, but also our core business of matching funds with investment opportunities. So the question is, how digital technology such as AI can help our bank to capture and optimize the benefits of the bank and also for our clients. Thank you. It's the end of the Q&A session. Thank you, Andy and Anthony, for your inspiring answers. And also thank everyone's questions.开始讲说，我们即将看一部影片。那这部影片是关于 Future Makers， 然后我们里面会有2位台中启明学校的受到 Future Maker 赞助的支持的。 Please join me to watch the video and find out their stories. 等一下我们要看的影片是关于 Future Makers 站支持。等一下我们要观看的影片是关于 Future Makers 专案支持的2位启明学校的同学。那我们希望借由 Future Makers 这样的公益计划，能实质支持视障及低收入户的弱势青年，让他们拥有公平进入职场，改变自己未来的机会。那我们来看一下影片。
我的梦想是成为一名心理咨商师。
我的梦想是成为一名体育人。
After the warm and touching stories, let's invite Anthony to share more stories about Future Makers. 然后我们总经理会上台，然后再播这个。开始下一个。Thank you all for joining today's Townhall. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a group photos together. Andy and Anthony, please walk down to the stage and enjoy. 麻烦各位同仁请站起来往中间及前面集中。那我们现在要进行一个大合照。左边、右边。It's the end of the Townhall. Thank Andy for your sharing and support to Taiwan. And also thank Anthony and thank all of you to joining the Townhall today. See you next time. Thank you.
没有，我帮你调一下画面啊。是的，老板。是的。你底下那个主持人要亮那也没有主持人会有个给他
这样问题啊。
搞定没？加音。搞定没？再参加就好了。没关系，我们放到前面上，到前面去。
给我，对，给我。
好。
看状况啊，
知道分配。 还有一个放
这上面的太久。
还好，我们这还好，就是只是后面是稍微要不然我会先把它切成。可以仔细一下上面再怎么进去，刚像这里。 等一下。
这样会大家被点名点点想。没有啦，没有办法，上厕所一下，没有找皮用设施。
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The town hall is going to start in 5 minutes. Please take your seats. Thank you. Please be reminded to turn off your cell phones or put it on vibrate mode. 我们现在位于经验的1楼会馆。那我们现在位于经验的1楼会馆。那逃生路线呢？当大家面对舞台的时候，逃生门位于您的左侧以及后侧。那您都可以看到上面有绿色的牌子，写着紧急出口。请各位将您的手机调整至静音模式。我们的汤后将于3分钟之后开始，谢谢。那今天的节目都会有全程的现场直播，所以等一下开始之后呢，我会请大家麻烦大家转身面对后面的镜头，我们到时候跟分行还有其他地方的同事说声 hello。那今天的主题呢，其实是一个耶诞的主题。那为什么是一个耶诞主题？因为大家应该都有收到，其实我们在做一个 donation 的一个活动。那我们做这样的活动呢，是为了一些弱势的孩童，让他们也有度过一个美好的耶诞节。好，请大家再看一下我们的紧急逃生出口。当你面对舞台的时候，紧急出口位于您的左侧，以及您刚刚入场的后方。那我们的活动稍后在2分钟之后就会开始，谢谢。 Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Andy Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2019 Standard Chartered Employee Townhall. I'm Anderson. It's my pleasure to be the MC of the event. Today, we are honored to have Group CFO Andy Howard and CEO of Taiwan, Anthony Lin, here with us. Besides 200 colleagues here in person, we also have other colleagues at other places joining us via the live video. Let's turn around. 让我们转一圈跟他们 say hello 好吗？ Let's turn around to say hello with the live broadcast. Hello everyone. Okay. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Anthony Lin, CEO of Standard Chartered Taiwan, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thanks, Anderson. Good afternoon. Merry Christmas. A bit early. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I think a special thanks to Andy for squeezing his very busy schedule and pay Taiwan a visit. In the last 1.5 days, including this morning, we worked Andy really hard. He will show you how frustrated he is in the last 1.5 days later. Seriously, I think it's something very important to have on with our group CFO coming and visit us too. I think the last visit of Andy is like about 3 years ago. So maybe he will also show you to see any difference since his last visit. So very exciting. And today we want to leverage on this opportunity to give every one of you. Oh, by the way, colleagues in the camera, 大家好。虽然我希望你听到我但我听不到你 ，so 不要介意。So I take this opportunity to thank you, every one of you. We are approaching the end of the year and also give you a very quick update about how Standard Chartered Taiwan is doing in 2019, and obviously some key agenda for us in 2020. So obviously there's no screen there. There's a screen over there about the slide. Am I supposed to? Oh, wow, that's technology. Okay, so just a very quick update on how we are doing. Next page, please. Technology. Where's George? Where's our CIO? So some of you may have seen this slide before, but if not, that's great. So basically, this is 2019, okay, because the financial has not been closed, and Taiwan is an important market in the group. I cannot share with you too much numbers, but you can see we continue to achieve growth in income, okay, revenue growth. Our cost-income ratio continue to improve. Our return on tangible equity, which Andy is watching every day, we continue to maintain a decent level of around 15%. EVA, I hope you should all know what's EVA now. Impressive, improvement from a already pretty okay number, 61 million. We also have grown our balance sheet, in both asset and liability. So I think overall it is a set of good performance. 2019 is a year full of challenges and volatilities. This is definitely not an easy set of results. So I want to take this opportunity to thank every one of you, including all the colleagues that we see here on the screen for all the great work, all your hard work, and also congratulations to all of us. No, I haven't finished. Okay. Am I supposed to come down now? It's okay, don't worry. Those are the financial numbers, okay? But actually, besides delivering the right level of profitability return to the group, I think very importantly, this franchise also receive a lot of recognition from the market. Okay, so we receive a lot of awards in all aspects, from sustainability, from being the best employer, and of course, when we come to business, our digital, our client services, our most of all, a lot of things. So what we should be really happy about is, this set of good results is not just driven by one or two, business. It is across the board. Every business unit, every function, we all make good progress. So I think this is something that makes me feel particularly exciting because only with a growth like this is sustainable. If the growth is only driven by something one-off or one little pillar, the growth is not sustainable. So thanks again. Now, as you know, I always only spend 2 minutes talking about thank you and everything, and I will spend 20 minutes talking about what we can do better. So now that's the time. Yeah, 2020. There's no magic. I think in our business, seriously, I wish I can have a magic wand or suddenly we can change everything overnight. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist. But one thing I'm very clear. I think developing our talent, every one of you, giving you the right training, giving you the right platform, right experience. This is the most important element for this business to continue to be successful. I think we did very well. I think with the help of the leadership team, with the full support from my HR, we have made a lot of progress in developing our talent. And I think now the challenge is back to you. I would expect all of you to really step up. You should be very aggressive in raising your hand about, you want to have different experience, you want to do something different. Don't sit there and wait for me or the leadership team to come and say, oh yeah, you need to do this rotation, you need to do that rotation. Okay, please, because I truly believe the people agenda is one of the most important agenda for the bank. And CCIB, we have the project symphony. We have a little bit of reorganization between commercial banking and CIB business. I think this gives us a much more efficient, and I think it makes a lot of business sense for this alignment. I can see very good progress already being made in the last 2 months. So we should leverage on that. I hope you understand. Retail is a very important business, a very profitable business, and I really want to see the CCIB business to grow faster, so that we will have a more balanced business. So next year, in case you don't know, CCIB is expected to grow 20+% in 2020. In case the CCIB colleagues you don't know now, you know. Of course, to drive our retail business growth, I think product, services, client-centric is very important. I think we have also aligned between wealth, retail, some very important KPI that we have identified. If we do this KPI right, that growth will just continue. And balance sheet. For us to have a very, very strong business, we need a healthy, strong balance sheet. And I think shifting our focus away from some of these expensive liabilities, be absolutely focused and obsessive about operating balances, about CASA balances, keep us low cost funding is become much more important. And as all you know, we already completed the Rubik project. So Rubik is the reorganization of the market in GCNA. We all under the umbrella of Hong Kong, and it gives us a lot of flexibility in moving liquidity around. With this capability, there's no more excuse or reasons why we cannot devote all our energy in building the low-cost liability and OPEC. So this will be an excellent, a very important focus. Partnership, in a way. I mean, to me, I only see everyone as one business. So I'm very happy. I have to thank every one of you. A lot of progress has been made between the collaboration between retail and CCIB. We just need to make sure this excellent partnership continue. Innovation. During lunch, we have a lot of discussion. It seems that every conversation is about, oh, I have this new idea. Someone talking about blockchain, this one talking about, AI, data scientists, all this kind of thing. It is definitely the right thing. I think technology is going to be a very important part of our business growth. So we're committed to continue to invest in all these ideas by very careful selection. But please keep raising or sharing the great idea that you have. We have a little fin lab in Taiwan. We try to run all this idea in the most cost-effective manner, and we are making some very good progress. If you're interested, go to on the bridge. We have a page there that put all the exciting projects that we are working on, and you're more than welcome to contribute. Culture, conduct. When we grow our business, I think maintain or stick very strictly to the code of conduct of the bank is number one priority. Just remember, no matter how good you do in terms of business, if we do not have good code of conduct, performance, all the credit will be wiped out because this is zero tolerance. So I want to take this opportunity, to just be culture. Of course, culture is a lot of things. Okay, I think the values that we are promoting, I believe we are living value very well, so that we can continue our growth, and let's continue to do that. So next year, sorry, there's a typo. Definitely, how come the EVA and RT is lower than 2020? Must be typo of Vivian. Or there's something wrong with finance that definitely not acceptable. But anyway, you just need to remember, all number will only have one direction that is going up. Do you agree? Thank you very much. So once again, thank you for joining us today. We have a great 2019, but I'm looking forward to an even stronger 2020 and ahead. So now may I invite Andy to come share with us about how to do it. Thank you.
Well, thank you all very much for the invitation, and to those who are remote from here, hi. I can honestly say, in my 5.5 years with the bank, this is the first of these sessions I have done wearing a hat. And I was also, I think, sold this under slightly false pretenses because I was assured that everybody else would be wearing a hat, and if I didn't, I would be the odd one out. Not just that some in the front row would be wearing one. Anyway, I do come back to that funny typo on your return on tangible equity. That was the 1 and the 4 the wrong way around? Is that 4 and 1? Oh, okay. Now I can breathe again. Anyway, really nice to be here again. I was, as Anthony said, I think that was last year, 3 years ago in 2016, and great to see the progress that has been made in the business. That sort of sense of purpose, the word digital cropping up in almost every other sentence is fantastic. I thought it might be useful just to give you a slightly sort of broader view from the sort of group perspective of what's been going on, and hopefully sort of explain how everything fits together. I think 2019 will be looked at as a particularly pivotal year for Standard Chartered Bank overall. A number of pretty important things have happened during the year. And one of them right at the start of the year was eventually settling our issues with the US authorities. And that might not sound like a big thing, but it was something that had taken over 5 years to resolve. And I think has lifted quite a big cloud that had been sort of sitting on the horizon. And that has enabled us to now actually start to focus on business rather than focus on explaining to regulators what happened a long period of time ago. So getting that out of the way very early in the year was hugely important. We have had the fairly unusual occurrence of doing 3 quarterly results announcements where we have exceeded the market's expectations. And I think after a period when the opposite had been true, we had disappointed, to actually exceed not once, not twice, but 3 times in a year is really quite special. And I think that is actually now being reflected overall in our share price. If you look, certainly this data was true as of 2 or 3 weeks ago, if you look at a whole range of bank share prices over the last 12 months, there is a huge range globally of share prices that have gone down and share prices that have gone up. And we are very near the top of that pile on a 1-year basis. So the external world, I think, actually now starting to recognise that a lot of the sort of medicine that we have applied since 2015 has actually now been sort of really having a tangible impact. And on our journey to eventually get to double-digit returns, we will, between 2015 and where we need to get to, we are sort of, well, I can't talk exact numbers at the end of the year, but we'll be sort of 2/3 of the way to where we need to be. So a little bit more to go, but nonetheless, a huge, huge amount of ground covered. We have had, again, as Anthony mentioned, and you're aware of, the Rubik project has actually landed. And that, I think, is a very special achievement. It is something which we've actually been working on behind the scenes for about 4 years. And the various flavours of that involving Hong Kong and China, yourselves, Korea, and also quite a big restructuring we did actually within the Singapore business as well, was something which I think the group has been sort of minded to do for quite a long period of time, but never actually pressed on with. And the fact that we not only got the permissions to do that, but we have actually executed on it. And I know it has been a lot of work for a lot of people to make that happen, but I think in the long term, it is structurally a really positive step for us as a group. It makes for a much more logical set of hubs around the business. And I'm sure in years to come, people will look back and say that was really, really good that that actually did happen. As ever with any business, however, there are some clouds that are on the horizon, and as we move out of 1 year into the next, I guess that those looking at us externally would probably say 2 things. One, the things that we are in control of, they think we have actually been doing a really good job on. The things that are outside of our control, they are a little bit worried by. Hong Kong, China, US, Hong Kong, interest rates, the Brexit, etc. And we probably have, I think, one of the highest levels of media interest in us as a group that we have ever had before, because with a foot in almost all of those camps on the sort of global space, we are seen to be a font of all knowledge, and we're going to tell the rest of the world exactly how Hong Kong will play out, exactly how China, US will play out, which of course we can't do. But nonetheless, it is sort of interesting to be in those various spaces. And I think maybe just a couple of comments on 1 or 2 of those. So China and the US, and you guys are very sort of proximate to that. I think outwardly, certainly from our investors' point of view, quite a lot of people quite nervous about that. It's sort of a trade war on level. We're a trade bank. It's involving 2 of the very biggest economies in the world. And we have got a presence in both of those. The GDP prospects in China are obviously going down. over a period of time. And yet, when you actually look at the evidence within our business, we are slightly defying gravity. If you take 2018 and 2019 together, our China business has actually been growing double digits on the top line throughout that whole period. And you might sort of go, gosh, that's all very counterintuitive, or why is that happening? And the reason, in large part, is that we have got a business that's very focused, as we all know, on cross-border activity. And we have got a government that is clearly needing to do more on cross-border. And we are sort of in the sweet spot at this point in time. So to those who are externally a little bit quizzical, we sort of say, understand being quizzical, but you shouldn't necessarily read bad things into that. And secondly, which clearly has a pertinence here, to the extent that one of the consequences of that is people thinking more about how to configure their supply chains, then where people are looking at reconfiguration and generally are considering other countries, most of those other countries are in the Asia region, including here, and in most of those countries, we have already got a presence. And therefore, this is a bit left pocket, right pocket for us. If there is change, we are ideally positioned to actually benefit from both ends of that change, which is not true of all of our competitors. Hong Kong and the unrest there, clearly a sort of sad situation at this point in time, and for us particularly pertinent because, as we all know, it is a very big market. And yet, and I spent most of last week there, our business actually at the moment is being remarkably resilient. So if you take our income now compared with a year ago, it is slightly up. If you take our profitability compared with a year ago, it is slightly up. If you take the total value of customer lending, it is slightly up. And you take total value of customer depositors, that is also slightly up over a 12-month period. So again, people outwardly who are worried and sort of troubled by it, we say, look, understand the anxiety, but we are running a business which has a number of attributes that maybe from the outside are not quite as visible as they would be from the inside. And in no particular order, the sectors of society there that are affected, the economy there that are affected at the moment, mainly tourism, retail, travel, etc., it is a subset of sectors that we serve. It is not all of them. We have got a business there that is heavily intertwined with the activity in other countries, particularly China, and therefore we're not blown around solely by what actually happens in Hong Kong. We have got a competitor, beginning with an H and ending with a C, who is not having the best of times at this point in time, and there should be some opportunity that comes up out of that. And then first quarter, second quarter of next year. So whilst there may be a little bit of time lag on the economy, and obviously we're all a little bit nervous that that is a question of sort of timing, I think business actually, the team there are more positive the next 2 to 3 years. There may be some pretty good shape. So next year, yes, there are things that are sort of swirling around that will make it more difficult, but I think the most important thing is that actually going to next year with the best momentum that we've got in the business across the world going into a new year that we've had comfortably for the last 5 years. The CIB business has actually now really got into rhythm. Financial markets is doing really well. Commercial banking is now almost as high in profitability terms as the CIB business. It was way, way behind it a period of a while ago. The retail bank has probably not grown quite so spectacularly, but has nonetheless been growing bit by bit, good high returning business. And the private bank, I think in 2019, has also had a year that is firmly saying that it is now on the right footing and really moving forwards. So in terms of moving forwards, a lot of the focus now is upon the network. How can we really, really make the most of that? Our network activity is by far our most profitable activity. In the retail space, the focus upon affluent clients, and in particularly digital and the role that that can play there. As many of you will know, we have got the virtual bank I mentioned in Hong Kong, which will come on stream before that many weeks are out now. We have got your own investment in Line Bank and another equivalent in Korea. We have got the Africa digital platform that is now rolled out in 8 African markets. And that is really making a difference. I was in Tanzania a couple of months ago. They have signed up more customers in 6 months than they have signed up in the previous 6 years off the back of that platform. It is seen by the regulators and government as being a very financially inclusive application, and therefore is getting huge support from regulators who maybe have been a bit quizzical in the past about our reduction in the number of branches, are now actually sort of understanding the fuller story. We are looking at developing platforms that we can possibly use with e-commerce players so that we can enable them to offer banking products which we will provide, but linked up to their customer base and linked to our platform, and getting the technology in place to do that. So a huge amount of things going on to sort of, in a way, stop looking back over our shoulders and really start to be looking forwards to thinking about where we want this business to be in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years' time. And I think actually it is a really exciting time in our existence. The momentum is with us. There's a few headwinds, but the core of the business, I think, is so much stronger. If I come back to here, we will only have the group growing if each of the component parts is growing. And the fact that you guys have just regularly been contributing such a strong profit growth. You are one of our strongest EVA contributors, even if you could be higher than 57%, but we'll ignore that bit. You are one of the highest ones. And you know, we need every single market to really be moving forwards as much as we can do. Part of the reason when I come on these trips is just to take away any sense of things that at the group level we could do to enable progress to be quicker. Are there any roadblocks that are in there, or are there any things which we're doing which are slowing the rate of progress down? And always keen, if we can possibly do that, to lift those blocks and to enable your business to go forwards. Your market position here is clearly great. The perception of the brand is great. And I must say, everybody I've met has been so positive, so committed to the bank. Hopefully not just because I was here, but I think you were saying anyway. Which is, you know, it's just really nice, because at the end of the day, we all know businesses are very much about people. We can have great systems, but if we haven't got great people, we will not necessarily have a great business. And I think we're actually really on the cusp of something. You know, you operate in a very big sector. We're still relatively small market share. If we can just nibble away at some of the market share and go with the sector growth, the two together are incredibly, incredibly powerful. The digital era, the investment in Line Bank, etc., a clear commitment from the group that we, you know, are absolutely wanting to plough forwards as fast as we can do in this market. I think you should all take that as a huge compliment and a huge pat on the back for everything that you have achieved. So I will just say thank you. Thank you for everything you've done this year. Next year will be another year with some new challenges, but I think we should all look back very proudly on the 2019 year. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with your insights. Please remain on the stage. Now may I invite Anthony to the stage and have a seat for the Q&A sessions. 麻烦下一次。那我们感谢刚刚总经理 Anthony 为我们讲我们过去几年来一个成功的经验，那如何成长茁壮，以及面对未来的时候2020我们应该要如何有什么样的策略，什么样的发展。也感谢 Andy 刚刚对于我们的鼓励，在一个如此不确定的情形之下，有脱欧，有中美贸易的冲突，也有一些香港方面局势的不稳。那我们必须要发挥我们在 network， 在我们网络分布以及我们客群分布的专长，以及我们在 digital 不论是在亚洲及非洲的发展。那我们现在要开放问题。We are now open the floor to questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions for Andy and Anthony. Please don't hesitate to ask any question. Thank you. 我们现在开放问题。Here we got a question here.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Anthony. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Ken from Retail Banking. I think echo to Anthony's opening that retail banking transformation done well in past few years with the income and operating profit trending up, as well as the significant improvement on ROTE. And I think also here, I think group support online investment that make Taiwan team is very exciting because we are the only foreign bank participating there. And we are also very keen to import the Hong Kong Dragon to Taiwan to accelerate our digital journey. So actually my question is that from the senior perspective, what is the key assessment for group to decide how to put the investment in each of the market to help us on the to help us to implement kind of the Taiwan Dragon? Yes.
So the question of how we decide where to allocate investment is an interesting one. And it's one that probably takes up slightly more of my time than I might otherwise have preferred. And that is because there are so many interesting opportunities around the group. And if you sort of add up everybody's wish list, you sort of end up with dollar numbers that get quite large and probably are a little unaffordable. So there does come a process of having to sort of rationalize. And broadly, what we do is we go through things that we absolutely have got to do. And at the moment, I'd probably put sort of cyber-related things in that camp. Cyber, if that goes wrong, that can be a real problem. So, a certain amount of money goes there, and the associated issue of which of our IT systems are out of support or obsolete and need sort of dealing with. So we put some money into that bucket. We have another bucket which looks at things where there are regulatory obligations that we have got to do, and we sort of put money in there. And then you get onto the interesting bit, which is a sort of split between what should we spend on things that are going to develop the future of the business, what are the things that we should spend that are going to improve the legacy that we have got in a revenue sense, and which are the things that will improve the legacy we've got in a cost or productivity sense. And trying to balance around the world all the competing needs on those different dimensions is quite difficult. So we try to do that as best as we can. And I think one of the good things is that the amount of dollars we allocate now group-wide is pretty much exactly double what it was 4 years ago. So about $1.5 billion on new IT-related projects, whereas it was about half that number 4 years ago. Within the third last bucket there, there's clearly been a push to do things like Dragon, things like the Africa rollout, and things like what is called the Nexus platform for e-commerce. And we have very deliberately said those have got to have a priority. They are the future. And some people have sort of questioned our decision to apply for the license in Hong Kong on the basis that we already have quite a big business there, and are you sure this isn't going to cannibalize the existing business? And what we've said to that, and this is true and also what we've said, is look, you could take that view. HSBC, they decided not to apply for a license there. We have taken the opposite view for a number of reasons. One, if those licenses are going to be given out, in some senses, we'd rather be a participant than a non-participant who lets somebody else extra come in the market. Secondly, actually, seeing if we can build a completely self-contained, freestanding, best-in-class stack is something really, as a business, we should be exploring. And let's do it in earnest, where there is a purpose to doing it. Thirdly, if we use it, and we haven't announced this, but it is maybe the case that we will actually launch it under a different brand to our core bank brand. And if we absolutely target it at segments of our potential customer base that at the moment we don't go after very much, and actually segmentalize our approach, surely this has the opportunity to add more to the business than it puts a risk by cannibalizing it. And then finally, which eventually probably does get to the point you're really raising, is once we've got a version of that that is proven is up and running, why would we not be asking other businesses whether it has a relevance to them? And if I'm being honest with you, I've been a little bit surprised that I haven't heard more businesses saying, when can I have a copy of this? When can I get going with it? And the fact that, Nancy did refer to, I think it's referred to earlier, that there is an enthusiasm for it, I find very refreshing. The future, to my mind, will be very customer friendly, very self-serve, very intuitive systems and delivery. And if we can do that off our core platforms with a bit of modification, fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if we can develop this, and if repeat copies of it can be done at much, much lower cost, why would we not be exploring using that? It could become the case that ultimately replaces the core banking system. Would that be a bad thing? No. If it's really client friendly and it's pretty cost effective to run, that could be a really, really good thing to do. So I think with Dragon there is a certain nervousness because it's obviously not up and running yet. I understand that. But I really do think that as soon as we've got to a point where there is sufficient confidence that this actually will fly, and honestly we shouldn't be doing it unless we have that confidence, I would really hope we're going to see a lot of other businesses saying, just how quick can I have? And I'd rather actually have the alternative problem of not having to decide how many dollars to hand out, but having to say, whoa, wait your turn in the queue. We can't do you all at once.
Thank you, Andy, for your answers. Is there any questions from?
So basically what Andy said is he's supportive.
Okay. We got a question from there.
Hi, Andy. This is Megan from Retail Mortgage and Deposit. As you know, the Taiwan virtual bank license has been announced, and there is a growing demand for digital capabilities and financial service. And for sure, the bank needs to develop a more nimble and agile approach and think out of the box. You have seen and been to so many markets. So could you please share one successful example that impressed you most, or any suggestions? Thank you.
Okay, I will answer more shortly. In terms of proven examples, I think what is happening in Africa is incredibly powerful. It is not a sophisticated application, but it is has been brought in at a very low cost. It has been brought in very quickly, and the African region is intent, I think, at the end of this year, of no longer signing up any new customers other than digitally. If you go into stores, you'll have to do it digitally, and do it online digital. And I just think that sense of urgency that they're putting into it is really commendable. I hope that when Dragon is up and running, I will have a whole load more examples to give you, but your question was, what is actually up and running? So, but I do think that let's really grab it and challenge the way we have done things in the past and move more quickly forwards is going to be really important. Is that short enough?
Absolutely. I just want to add, I think, Megan, you mentioned about Agile. I think we have a lot of conversation about Agile. In my mind, what really important is action. I think we are so used to want everything to be planned 100%, want everything to be bulletproof before you take even the first baby step, and that takes forever, and nothing will happen. And we just need to change our mindset. You have a good idea, even though it's not perfect, go test it out, and then we can keep improving every day. I think this is not only about digital, it's about whatever process you want to improve or whatever change you want to do. The key thing is what you can do tomorrow. Instead of telling me, yeah, in 3 years down the road, things will be perfect. Sorry, I'm just not interested in that. I'm more interested in what you can do tomorrow. Is it too short term?
Okay, thank you, Andy and Anthony. And here we got a question submitted from offline. So it's on digital strategy by Mr. Lin Yongquan from telemarketing team. The question is, we have seen rising risk brought by trade war, which concerns not only risk management, but also our core business of matching funds with investment opportunities. So, how digital technology such as AI can help our bank to capture and optimize the benefits on the banks and also from our clients. Thank you.
Let me maybe have a stab at this. So clearly, the sophistication of data gathering and data analysis has moved on significantly over the last several years. And we have got, I think, a big opportunity to avail ourselves of that. We are now doing a lot of work in the space of the risk teams. We've got AI teams that are now set up, but actually done well, the ability to actually do credit assessments both more efficiently, but probably more importantly, using better and broader sets of information that should be more accurate predictors, I think is immense. And therefore, done right, I think we can actually both improve the cost of operation of the business and take down the loan loss rates within this business. We have got, being honest about it, quite a lot more to do. It's still fairly in its infancy in the business, but I absolutely believe that if we're sitting here in 3, 4, 5 years' time, we will be doing this really quite differently.
I think in Taiwan, I think business really, they are working very closely. We have some good experience in the group using a very different approach to do the risk assessment, even look at the trade pattern of a customer to predict, the probability of default of a customer. I mean, these are very sophisticated concept, which is very different from the traditional risk assessment. I think the team is working very hard on this one. We're talking to different partners, and I hope in 2020 you will have, you'll be able to see something like this being launched in Taiwan, and it will be a really breakthrough for us. I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you, Andy and Anthony, about the AI sharing. And is there any questions here? Yeah, we have a question here.
Hi, this is Jimmy from CBINDRN. I just want to ask about the CB business has been changed a lot since the establishment in 2015. And from your point of view, and we saw the figures, what do you think we done very well and should continue? And what, any aspect that we should focus on and do better? And especially for at this point, we can see that there is a global supply chain reordering, especially for Taiwan companies' production basis. Due to the, as you mentioned, the US and China trade, not the same war, but tension. What do you think we can do from this aspect?
So an interesting question. I'll tell you briefly a story which I will remember for a long time. So in 2015, when we were doing the sort of reanalysis of the group strategy, and we said, let's really simplify this business and let's just think about 4 groups of customers: large corporates, small corporates, high-end consumer, and sort of middle tier consumer. And we said, okay, let's spend some time on each of those and just have a look at what we've got. And small consumer, small corporate, which we now call commercial. First question was, well, okay, if you want to have a look at it in detail, then you need to put some definition as to the difference between the large and the small one, so that we can actually get the right customers. So we put some definition, went away, and people said it's difficult because they're all managed in different parts of the business. Some are in retail, some are in wholesale, etc. So it's going to take a while, but we will pull them all out. And it was like, a month later, we came back and there was a clean table and all the bits of the jigsaw being all these clients that we now call commercial were put on the table. And when they were all on the table, there was a very sharp intake of breath. And the sort of question was, what's going on? And they said, well, it just doesn't make sense. In the aggregate, they appear to be loss-making. And that just intuitively doesn't make sense. So he said, fine, okay, well, you need to go and check that you've got all the pieces of the jigsaw you should do. And they checked them, and it reconfirmed that we were actually losing money on what we today call commercial clients. Now, I found that quite new to the bank to be pretty extraordinary, that an activity that I would argue was pretty central to the running of the bank, which we had been doing for about 170 years, we had just realised was loss-making. Anyway, the good news part of that story was having assembled those and having said, okay, let's give them focus, let's put them in their own business unit, let's really, really give them attention. We then went through a process of saying, sort of, well, why are they loss-making? And one of the observations was that the credit impairments were running really high, probably as a proportion of income 3 times the level of the CIB business. And we then went through and said, well, why is that happening? And one thing that became apparent was that a lot of our relationship managers at that time had been trained on managing large corporate relationships and not small ones. And as we know, with large businesses, there are published accounts, there's ratings, there's lots of public information, whereas the small ones, often very little of that exists. It's much more about understanding the individual, family, etc. So we did a huge amount of retraining, and literally about 12 months later, the credit impairment charges in the commercial business declined and declined and declined and declined, to the point where today we have got the commercial business return on equity is within 1 percentage point globally of the CIB business. It is a thoroughly profitable business, and it has gone from a heavy loss to profitability in only 4.5 years. Now, my learnings from that at a very basic level are, if you don't pull things out and give them a visibility, give them a purpose, and track them, do not be surprised if they don't get focus, we don't know entirely what's happening, and we don't actually have a great business. So I think the fact, and I know you've got a strong business here, that we have put that sense of purpose, that sense of clarity in. We've made some staff changes, admittedly, but we have got that engine up and running again, is really positive. Another positive, which is a slightly curious one, is it is profitable, even though we still have quite a lot of low returning risk-weighted asset relationships. So we know that there is further potential to improve that. One of the things I wonder, and I was talking to Simon Cooper about this the other day, is whether the focus we have got within the CIB business on particular industry segments, whether actually we should be using that industry knowledge a little bit more in the commercial space, not just in the CIB space. Because to one of the other points you questioned, to the extent that we're actually working in different parts of different businesses' supply chains, actually, it doesn't matter whether it's in commercial or CIB. The concept of understanding actually what that client is, what their issues are, what the sector challenges are, applies irrespective of where in the supply chain one is operating. So I actually think the job we've done, you guys have helped play a part in that over the last few years in that space, has been fantastic. And I really do think there is a huge potential. Again, one of our big competitors makes a lot of money out of the space, and we are relatively still quite small compared with them.
Yeah, I just want to add on, I think for commercial banking in Taiwan, I know all members of commercial banking team, it has been not a very easy journey for all of you in the past 3 years. I think you guys have gone through something that Andy just mentioned, a bit of problem loan, and then we have the big TRF issue. Honestly, these are big, market-wise issues that everyone struggle, and it really took us quite a bit of time to unwind it. But I think we are already, getting to the end of the tunnel. I think you mentioned about US-China tension. And actually, if you look at all the macro thing, the world is actually not very easy, okay? You have all kind of challenges everywhere. But if you look at Taiwan, somehow unintentionally, Taiwan is a beneficial of all this mess in the world. The China US tension is driving all the Taiwanese company going to ASEAN, or some of them will come back to Taiwan. You have government driving all this renewable energy offshore wind, which Taiwan is the first one in Asia doing it. All these initiatives bring in capital inflow into Taiwan, which has not happened for many years. And so I think last time when Ben was here, right, he also shared, if you look at the whole world in all this difficult situation, there are only just a couple of them really actually benefit. And obviously Taiwan is one of them. And Vietnam is a place that everyone heard about it. And we see more and more investment go to Malaysia, Indonesia, and even India. So all this investment, it doesn't matter, okay, whether it's Taiwan or it's in ASEAN. Senator Charlie is the best player to really capture all these opportunities. Eddie and I, we have dinner with two clients yesterday. They all talking about, Indonesia, Thailand, and I just remind them, if you go to these markets, right, there's only one bank you need to talk to, which is Standard Chartered. So I think it's time for us to put the history behind us. We have a much stronger fundamental today, and there are good opportunities in front of us. There's no reason, especially the combined commercial banking business, we have more efficiency, much more streamlined team structure, focus on business. I truly believe, we will see very strong growth of our corporate business in the next couple of years, and I will count on all of you to deliver, this excitement to every one of us.
Thank you, Andy and Anthony. Now we have time for the one last question. Is there any questions? Okay, so thank you all for your questions, and thank Andy and Anthony for your inspiring answers. Please return to your seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
In 2019, Standard Chartered launched a new community program, Future Makers, to empower the next generation to learn, earn, and grow. In Taiwan, we echo this initiative and partner with some NGOs to identify disadvantaged youth in our community and provide them with necessary support and help. Please join me to watch the video and find out their stories. 我们接下来将要欣赏的影片是关于 Future Makers 所支持的几位启明学校的励志温暖的故事。那 Future Makers 我们都希望借由 Future Makers 这样的公益计划，实质的支持视障及低收入的弱势青年，让他们拥有公平进入职场、改变自己未来的机会。让我们来欣赏以下的影片。
我的梦想是成为一名电脑工程师。
我的梦想是成为一名心理咨商师。
我的梦想是成为一名体育人。
这么慢下车时间学，如果现在的医疗可以的话，希望能把我的眼睛给我一直看。
家人希望说我就是按摩考过之后就赶快出来工作，希望我人生以后可以多才多姿。我也不希望我的智力去自我对话达成这个愿望。
因为我现在在自立生活，所以我要去便利超商打工来赚取我的学费及生活费。
柯南他其实是来自一家是我们的孩子，是我们服务的11少女之一。
一开始只是单纯的喜欢研究3C 产品，他们都会来找我询问一些电脑方面的问题，也尝试着写一些简单的程式。 对，我希望我以后创造出一些完善的 app， 让他们使用这些程式。
在跟人互动的时候，其实他们都比较能听得进我说的话，给的意见他们都能接纳。
他的个性是很体贴的，而且他观察比较入微。
但我现在有了目标，我希望能用我的经历去帮助更多的人能够站起来。
他是一个想要用自己过去的生命故事跟生命经验，当自己有能力的时候，他想要回馈给更多的孩子。
然后好像资讯工程这个科系去走，希望可以补强我的数学还有英文，所以我希望能一对一的教学，然后把这个落后的距离弥补回来。
大学就读高雄的体育的学校，为了去读书，社工就是帮我付了第一学期的学费。因为我读体育系啊，应该要继续往专业专攻，然后有更好的工作机会及稳定的生活，所以我选择继续读研究所。
After this warm and talking stories, let's invite Anthony to share more stories about future makers. Thank you.
So you see me again. Keep you awake. Yeah, future makers. The video ended. This is the Taiwan version of the future makers. And actually, I was with Jillian and our CABM team in Jiying Xuexiao, I think last month, right? Yeah, seeing those kids, sometimes it's heartbreaking when you see them. They're all very intelligent, very cheerful, but they are, suffering from kind of handicaps. But when you talk to them, at the time when we feel, oh, it's a bit upset, actually, for all these kids, they are all very energetic. Every one of them have the dream they want to pursue. And we saw two performances. A kid playing saxophone, I think, you can imagine, and a kid playing drum set. So you have 6 drums in front of you, but you can't see the drum. Okay, they play so well. And when they talk, they really don't believe the handicap, the challenges that they're facing should stop them from chasing a dream. And after the session, we actually went to the football pitch and then we actually run together. One girl really touched me. She is supposed to be in university already. Very good academic result. In the last final year, she was diagnosed with a tumor in the brain. And after the operation, she lost her eyesight completely. Think about it, a grown-up ladies with a lot of dream and then all of a sudden suffering this kind of thing. I don't know how I can get out of that. But that strong girl was able to really stand up, try to start a new life only 6 months after that. The desire to chase a dream and the kind of confidence and power that they have is really amazing. And sometimes you remind every one of us that how important it is you have confidence in yourself and you have passion, you have a dream to chase after. So for Future Makers is a global event, global initiative that we launched this year, and thank you all of you, and particularly our CABA team. We have been putting a lot of effort in really supporting this event. So far, we leverage on the Stand Chart Marathon and everything. Jillian, honestly, I have to tell you, whatever she does today, you can't get away with future makers. She's wearing a t-shirt every day. Today is very special. We make every opportunity try to do fundraising so that we can support the kids. So up to now, right, we have raised over 3 million NT already. Thanks for your generosity, but I hope you can keep doing this. And even all this beautiful picture, can you imagine, is done by a kid that actually cannot see. And each picture took the kids like over 4 months. To promote future makers, to also support these kids. And last month we also worked with Mandarin, and in the hotel you stay with, we actually host I think 40, 50 kids from Taiwan to for those that are interested in hotel management. They never got a chance to go to 6-star hotels. They have a chance to talk to the executive chef to understand how the kitchen is run. They are able to talk to the business manager to understand how you manage a 6-star hotel like Mandarin. These are all very, very meaningful activities because for all these kind of kids, not only visually impaired or physically challenged, some of them come from underprivileged family. When you are living a very difficult life, sometimes they just not dare to dream at all. It is very powerful. Small things like that give them the hope, give them the energy, and you will change your life completely. So I think this is why the whole team is very passionate about future makers. And I'm looking forward to you, and you should encourage all your friends, whoever, to support Standard Chartered in this very important global initiative. So thank you.
And we have prepared a present. And Anthony, we have prepared a present from Anthony to Andy. This is a calendar and Andy. This is a calendar and also a marathon shirt for Andy.
He's definitely a very wealthy person. He lives in Mandarin Oriental residence. I don't know how many units he has. But when he know we have this initiative, he proactively come to us and say, hey, I want to sponsor you. He's definitely not making money, but the owner in person have how many millions of yuan to design this bag. So you can see this initiative really is getting a lot of support from society. So we hope, Andy, you will enjoy it. And when you wear it, please take a picture and send to us so that we know you're really wearing the t-shirt.
And Andy has also willing to join our donation, the Christmas donation. So Andy has prepared for a gift for Taiwan for participated events.
This is an initiative that we are also working with NGO NGO to collect some presents for the underprivileged kids to celebrate Christmas. So Andy is very generous to donate this. Actually, the very first gift. I don't know which lucky kid is going to get it, but thank you very much, Andy. And also, please need your support to this initiative as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we take one more photo with two presents?
Oh,
yeah, thank you. It's a lovely Christmas town hall with two presents exchanged. Thank you, Andy and Anthony, for your generosity. Thank you. So it's close to the end of the town hall. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a group photos. 请大家起立，然后往前集中。那我们现在要 take a group photo， 我们现在要拍一张大合照。谢谢。请后面的同仁再往前一点，集中。那中间有走道，也麻烦往中间集中。麻烦后面的同仁再往前一点点，后面中间那些可能要到旁边这边，旁边的前面这边。OK。那后面的麻烦把牌子举高，举高。OK， 那前面的稍微微微的蹲。
大家微微的蹲个3到5秒钟就可以了，谢谢。
后面的牌子，那个后门要在哦，后门要在哦。好，来，3、2、1。好，我们换另外一个动作，大家一起比赞，赞。Taiwan No.1， 3、2、1。好，来。Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the town hall. Thank Andy for the sharing and support to Taiwan. And thank you all for joining the town hall today. 各位，谢谢今天大家的莅临。若大家有开车前来会场，在会场的出口处有停车券可以领取，谢谢。